Hello, I'm James 4K Guru. Welcome back. Sorry about that, just got a bit carried away, that's all. We originally reviewed the NZXT Kraken X3 and Z3 coolers earlier this year. NZXT is now back with a few additions. So first we have the new Kraken Z53, so that means now you can get a 240mm AIO with an LCD screen. There's not a lot to say about this. It's the same as the other ones that were released earlier this year. You can pick this up now, or you can pre-order this now from Overclockers for around £199. It has all the same features: LCD display, 240mm rad, 27mm thick, everything you'd expect. That's available to pre-order now. But the main reason for this review today is this other edition. The X3 series now includes complete RGB lighting. The original did have RGB lighting on the block, but now you get RGB lighting block and on the fan. So RGB enthusiasts now have a fully fledged RGB AO from NZXT. And like the Z53, there's not a lot new about this X73 RGB. Obviously, RGB fans. These are a little different to the NZXT Air P fans that came with the original Z3 and X3. Shape of the fans has changed a little. There's more blades on these Air RGB 2 fans, I think they're called. And obviously you've got a ring of RGB lighting. There's 8 RGB LEDs inside there. 9 blades on these. The originals had 7 blades. The blade angle is a bit steeper on these as well. And the speed range of these RGB fans is between 500 to 1500 RPM. The non-RGB Air P fans, they had a range of 500 to 2000 RPM. So the main reason for this review today is just to see if these RGB fans affect the thermal performance at all. When we originally reviewed the Z3 and the non-RGB X3 series, we found that thermal performance was absolutely top notch. In fact, the non-RGB X73 still holds the top spot in our charts, both with the fan speed at 100% and with noise normalized. So that's really impressive. I also quite like the look of the X3 series, the infinity mirror design on the CPU block, that looks great. Obviously with the Z series, you've got that LCD display to play with, so that's a nice gimmick. I see it more of a gimmick probably than being super useful, although it does, you know, display CPU temperature, utilization. You can have your own personalized GIFs on there, but it does cost a fair bit more than the X3. So other than having these new RGB fans, the rest of the cooler is identical to the original X3. 27mm thick aluminium radiator. This is a Generation 7 AER pump and radiator, so like I say, 27mm rad. You've got a NZXT logo on the top. Braided sleeving on reinforced tubing at the radiator end. The tubing is fixed. At the CPU block, you can see there's 90-degree articulating fittings there. The cooler comes with thermal coating pre-applied at the base. And then as you can see, typical AER cold plate design, circular copper microchannel block. On the side of this CPU block, you've got a connection there for power and for the RGB, and then there's also a USB connection to connect to the motherboard for control using the NZXT CAM software. Included with the cooler, you get a universal backplate, an AMD upper mounting bracket. The Intel bracket comes pre-installed as usual. There's also a bag full of fan mounting screws and washers, AMD standoffs, Intel standoffs and thumb screws. And then wiring, you get a SATA power cable that connects directly to the CPU block. Also on that cable there's an RGB connection. There's also a 3-pin fan header on there as well, so you can monitor the pump speed. And there's a USB cable there that connects to a motherboard header. There's also a 3-way 4-pin PWM fan splitter cable. Then a couple of things that you didn't get with the original non-RGB X3. These are RGB link cables, so these link the fans to each other. So there's 2 of those with the 360mm X73, and then there's the main RGB cable that goes from the last fan in the link to the cable on the CPU block. Our main focus for testing today will be on the Kraken X73 RGB. We've obviously tested and we have the results for the X73 non-RGB, so we can compare the two, see if there's any difference using these RGB fans in terms of thermal performance. But before we jump into that testing, I just quickly want to remind you guys that have not subscribed to the channel yet, please make sure you do that today. And you can also hit the like button if you enjoy the content, and hit that bell button for notifications. And if you want to help support us in other ways, head over to our store, pick up some Kit Guru merch. You can also connect with us through our Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and Discord channels. And as always, you can head over to the kitguru.net website where you can catch up on all the latest tech news and all our in-depth hardware reviews. So before we jump into the testing, I'm just going to quickly run through the installation process. It's obviously an Aorus installation, so you may have seen this before, but for those of you that haven't, here's how it's done. To begin with, install the fans to the radiator. You may want to leave this step till a little bit later on, depending on how you're going to install the radiator in your case, but on our test bench, there's only one way we can install it, so we install the fans first. To attach the fans to the radiator, just use these long black screws and washers. I've left two of the screws out of the middle fan because those will be used for mounting the radiator to our test bench. Before we mount the cooler to our test bench, or before you install it in your case, you might want to connect up the link cables for the RGB lighting, and the side labelled in needs to go to the fan where that is labelled in as well. And then the side that's labelled out, obviously that plugs into the fan where it's labelled out as well. So in the case of the 360mm X73, you need to install two of these link cables, and then connect the last remaining port that's labelled in on the fans to the RGB cable that goes to the CPU block. And obviously the other end of this will connect up to the CPU block. Our test bench uses an Intel Z390 platform, therefore we'll be covering the Intel 115X and LGA 1200 installation process. It's also very similar to installing on AMD platforms. First you need to use this universal backplate. Just align the backplate with the holes on the motherboard. Flip the motherboard back over. For the Intel Z390 platform, use these longer standoffs with the fine thread on either end. Just screw those into the backplate by hand. CPU block comes with a pre-applied thermal compound coating. Lower the CPU block down over the CPU, aligned with the standoffs. And then using the thumb screws, tighten up the CPU block using an X-shaped pattern from corner to corner, just so that you evenly spread the pressure over the CPU and you get good CPU block to CPU heat spreader contact. The top cover of the CPU block can be rotated to ensure the orientation of the NZXT logo is in the correct direction. Don't forget to connect up the SATA power cable to a spare SATA power connector from your power supply. Connect up the 3-pin fan header coming from the CPU block to a fan header on the motherboard. We're using the CPU option header on this Gigabyte Z390 Aorus Xtreme. Connect the RGB cable from the fan to the connector from the CPU block. Finally connect the 3-way 4-pin PWM fan splitter cable to all 3 fans, and then connect the other end of the PWM cable to the CPU fan header on your motherboard. So the Kraken X73 is fully installed in the test bench. The RGB lighting's all up and running, synchronized with the CPU block. That RGB lighting on those fans does actually look really quite smart. There's no real light bleed from the LEDs. You can't see any kind of LED hotspots or anything like that through these diffusers, so that's good. And everything seems to be working as it should be. So using the NZXT CAM software, I've set the pump speed to its maximum RPM, and that's running around 2700 to 2800 RPM. The RGB fans, they run at between 500 to 1500 RPM. That's slightly lower than the non-RGB AirP fans. We'll see how that affects the thermal performance soon. And before we jump into that thermal performance testing, just quickly want to have a look at the RGB lighting effects. The light's dimmed slightly, you can see those RGB lighting effects a little bit better. At the moment the RGB is running on spectrum wave setting. You can obviously change that to a fixed colour. You can also change that fixed colour so you can scroll between red, green, blue or anything else to match your system. There's also some different patterns you can scroll through. And loads of different alternating patterns to choose from. And if you want to, you can change the CPU block pattern independently to the fans, so you can again scroll through various different colours and patterns of the infinity mirror RGB as well. So I just set the RGB back to its stock spectrum wave setting, and now we can move on to the thermal performance test. As I've already mentioned, we'll be running thermal performance tests with the fans set at maximum RPM, as well as a 40 decibels noise normalized test. IDA64 stress test will be used and temperatures will be logged using HW info. All the temperatures presented in the charts are delta temperatures, so that means the ambient room temperature has been deducted from the actual CPU temperature reading. The full testing methodology will be available shortly over on the kitguru.net website in our full written review. While you're there, you could also check out the original review of the Kraken X3 and Z3 that we did earlier this year. During our initial thermal performance tests, with the fans running at their maximum RPM, we can see that the reduction of 500 RPM in the Kraken RGB fans has a slight effect on the thermal performance, with the X73 RGB recording a few degrees higher average temperatures compared to the original X73, which is to be expected. Then in our noise normalized test, the performance gap between the regular X73 and the X73 RGB is much closer. It shows that even though these fans are different to the originals, they still provide good airflow levels at this 40 decibels noise normalized test. The NZXT Kraken X73 regular and RGB lock out the top of the chart. And with the fans running at their maximum 1500 RPM, the Kraken X73 RGB produces 42.1 decibels maximum noise levels, which is just below the Arctic Liquid Freezer 2 240. So it shows that NZXT has maybe traded off some performance for lower noise levels in this X73 RGB version. So taken as a whole, I'm quite impressed again with the X3 series, this new RGB version. It's as good as the regular X3, I would say. NZXT has probably traded off some performance for noise levels. This really is a quiet, only one CPU cooler, almost as quiet as the Arctic Liquid Freezer, and it still has really solid thermal performance, so that is, you know, really positive for me. Implementation of the RGB lighting in these new AER RGB 2 fans is, you can't really fault it, to be honest. There's very little light bleed or hot spots on the LEDs. I think that looks very nice. The installation process is quite simple. It takes slightly longer than the regular X73 because there's a few more cables to manage because of those RGB fans, and that is one of the downsides of these kind of coolers that have their own software to control the RGB and the fan speed. There's extra cabling that looks a little bit messy around the CPU block, but we kind of come to expect that now, and you can, if you take your time with the cable management, you can do a good job of hiding those cables away. So again, I'm quite impressed with these coolers. Thermal performance is great. I think they look great as well. I love that infinity mirror, and I like the fact that you can rotate that top cover around, so you've always got the correct orientation of that NZXT logo. You can pick up the Kraken X73 RGB in the UK for around £179, so that's about £20 increase on the regular X73 price. Obviously, you're paying a bit more for these RGB fans, and it is towards the higher end of the pricing scale for a 360 AO, but it is a good looking thing and performance is solid. Thanks for watching our review of the NZXT Kraken X73 RGB and of course the Z53. If you've enjoyed it, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button and hit the bell button for notifications. If you were wondering what this Zotac RTX 3080 was all about. This is actually my own personal one that I bought out of my own money. I queued up on launch day and ordered this around about 2:30, and it's just arrived, so I'm happy about that. There's going to be a video upcoming including this. I'm going to upgrade my own gaming PC with this card, so we're upgrading from the old 1080 Ti to the 3080, so make sure you look out for that. And don't forget, as always, there will be a full written review over on the kitguru.net website of this NZXT Kraken X73 RGB. You can head over there and you can check out all our in-depth technical reviews, and while you're there you can also check out all the latest gaming and all the latest news from the tech world. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.